What's up, y'all? It's Prince Donnell. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Shout out to everybody that has recently liked, commented, and subscribed to my YouTube. I appreciate you so much. We're about to drop some major gems right here. This is a conversation we were having talking about the difference between passion versus skill. Which one should you follow, right? Because everybody has a passion and it's like, I want to dive deep into that. And that's been the census of 2021. But should you still have a skill, right? A backup plan. And it's something that we're going to be talking about today in a candid conversation. So follow through. This is going to be a great 10 to 15 minute segment that's going to provide you with a lot of insight. This may be great for those who are 25 and under as of right now, looking to sort out their career.
All right, so Don, so you released a video probably a couple weeks ago. You were talking about rappers actually learning a skill instead of actually pursuing their passion. Because how valuable it was to actually learn the behind the scenes stuff if they want to get in front on stage. Can you kind of go further into depth of your thoughts behind comparing the two?
Posted a video talking about the difference between a passion versus a skill. And a lot of people have probably heard me say this on a few occasions, that I fully believe that you should learn and invest into your skill and allow that to be the trampoline to push you to your passion. But as of now, in 2021, we live in a time where everybody's like passion, screw your skill. Like, I want to go to the NBA. I want to go to the NFL. I want to start a high level business. I want to become a rapper. I want to become a celebrity. I want to become a social media influencer, celebrity influencer. I want to blow up on TikTok, right? All these different things, which I think 1000% are possible, right? All of those things are possible. But we also have to stick to facts. We have to stick to facts, and we have to understand what will be better suited for your career. And I'm only saying this because I'm going to tell you what I've done, and I'm going to give you guys some statistics that you should really put into perspective when it comes to understanding why you should learn the skill and then allow that to catapult you over into your passion, right? I think to start off, my first argument around passion versus skill and why you should do that. First argument is this. A lot of the passions that we have, specifically in the African American community, right? And I'm talking about the African American community right now because I'm talking about me, where I come from. A lot of the passions that we're chasing right now were given to us. These were like passions where it's like, hey, the only reason why I want to go to the NBA or the NFL is because that's all I've seen, and that's the only way for me to make it out, right? Like that was the route to get out of the hood. That was the route to retire mom. That was the route to make sure my siblings were taken care of. That was the route to make sure we lived in mansions, right? Go to the NFL, go to the NBA, become a rapper. These were dreams sold to us, right? And we didn't see anything beyond that. Like, think about it. If I'm living in the hood right now, do I see doctors? Do I see lawyers? Do I see engineers? And then it's certain professions and skills that we don't even really know about. Like, a speech pathologist, right? Like, these are skills we don't even know nothing about. And by the way, speech pathologists make like $100 an hour or more. They make a lot of money. So these are all skills that we weren't exposed to coming in our hood. So the only exposure was NFL, NBA, celebrity, because that's all we saw on TV. So my first argument to that is I really would like to challenge the fact that the passions that you're chasing or that you want to chase were not given. They weren't given made by you. They were given to you. So I want you to widen your horizon. Widen your horizon and realize that there's way more out there than the NFL, the NBA, and being a rapper or a singer. Way more out there than that. Way more out there than being social media famous. I promise you there's more out there. There's like 1,000 other ways that you can get out there and really become a boss out here and really generate more revenue than people than have the skills the passions that you want to chase. Or not even if it's not even about the money, you become more valuable. Right? And I'll talk about that in a second. So I'm challenging the fact of you to understand that there's more out there. And I want you to research. Please research all of the different careers that are out there and the skills that are out there. Some that require college degrees, some that really don't and that you can learn on your own. For example, when I played football when I was in high school. I had every intent to go to the NFL. Obviously wasn't that good because you clearly see me here today, 26 years old, sitting inside of this office, and I wasn't big enough, I wasn't strong enough, I wasn't tall enough, wasn't fast enough. Totally fine though. You know why? Because when I ended up graduating from high school, I ended up working in banking. And when I went into the banking industry, I got exposed to individuals that worked in banking. Some of them specialized in credit. Some of them specialized in in offering life insurance and retirement. Some who specialized in like HR, and then like I'm looking at all these corporate level positions, some of these things of that nature. And from working at the bank, I ended up being exposed to the opportunity to get my insurance license. I go and get my insurance license. And over the course of years, I got trained in that skill of understanding insurance and why it was a need for our community, why I created generational wealth for our heirs and for our next of kin. And now, as of today, you see me here at 26 years old with the life insurance agency that is creating a lot of clients all over the country. I was exposed. I was exposed to something different. And I can arguably say that this life insurance business that I am in as of today is probably more impactful and probably generates more than a lot of the passions that are out there that I was originally wanting to chase, without the liability of getting hurt on the court and losing my entire contract, right? Without being fully controlled by some higher entity that's telling me when I gotta eat this, I can't take these type of, like all that type of stuff, right? So I was exposed. On top of that, I saw my mom preparing taxes since I was 14 years old. I was exposed to the skill of tax preparation, right? And which now leads to now Jumping Jack Tax, which is we are now a tax franchise, and we have thousands of clients across the country that we prepare taxes for. Why? I was exposed. So I say that to start off that please expose yourself to something different than those stereotypical passions that you believe are the only way out, and that's not the only way out. It's not the only way out. There are a ton of other ways to be able to get to where you want to go, right? Next thing is, I always like to talk facts, okay? I'm a numbers guy, I talk facts. My little brother, he plays college basketball right now. So when I talk about passion, he's highly passionate about basketball, and I respect that because I support him all the way through. If he says that he wants to make it to the league, I support him all the way through. Let's train and let's do whatever is necessary to figure out how you can get into the league. I respect anybody that has the passion to do that, right? But let's also not be naive, and let's look at facts, okay? Let's look at facts. And if you're watching this right now, I don't want you to get mad at me for stating the facts, because I got the facts right here on my computer screen right now. Factually speaking, I pulled it from high school, and I want y'all to take basketball as an example, and I want y'all to move this into football, rapping, singing, social media, star, whatever it is. The facts are going to be all the way the same, even with this one that I'm stating. Factually speaking, it says in 2017, 2018, there were 551,373 high school basketball players that they can count for. Based on Google, number of participants in U.S. high school basketball, 17-18 was 551,000 boys that played basketball in high school. After 551,000 boys played basketball in high school, it says approximately 18,816 actually moved into college basketball. So now let's look at this for a second. 551,000 high school and only 18,000 college. Let's just do some basic math here, and let's just stick with the facts here. 551,000 with 18,000. That means 533,000 of you that are watching this video right now don't play basketball anymore. 533,000 of you. I want to actually get a percentage on that, because I think this is going to make that more impactful to understand. The percentage of that is only 3% of you. Only 3% of you are actually going to make it to play college basketball. So out of all of y'all watching this video right now, only three. Now this is not my opinion. This is a fact. Only 3% of you are going to make it to play college basketball out of all of y'all that are in high school as of right now. Okay? So you have a 3% chance as of right now to become a college basketball player. And by the way, that's still unpaid. You still made no money. You possibly got a scholarship. And by the way, out of those 18,000 NCAA players, how much a percentage of them actually got a full scholarship and how many of them don't have one at all? They're still paying out of pocket while playing basketball. We don't take that a percentage that maybe 1% actually have the scholarships. But we won't go deeper into that because that's not the point that I'm making here from a fact standpoint, right? 18,000 college basketball players. You have a 3% chance to make it to play college ball, right? If you're good enough. My little brother was good enough. He plays college ball. He's a part of the 3%. Good for him. I'm happy for him. Here's where the drastic part comes in. Out of 18,800 college basketball players, Van, do you know how many make it to the NBA?
Well, it's about 550 in the NBA. So I'm thinking about how many they draft. They only have, like 2 rounds? It's not like football, so I'm guessing 2 rounds, like probably no more than 60.
No more than 60. And you know how many players are in the NBA actively right now? It says that based off of the 2019-2020 season, there are 529 registered players in the NBA.
And then that's not accounting for injuries.
It's not accounting for injuries. So, if we talk about the facts and there are 529 registered players in the NBA, your odds of being a high school basketball player making it to the NBA is less than 1%. It's like 0.001% actually. So if you're watching this video right now, and I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but I'm telling you the facts because somebody has to tell them to you. If you're watching this video right now, there's a 99.9% chance that you're not going to the NBA. There's a 99.9% chance that you're not going to the NFL. There's a 99.9% chance that you're not going to become a rapper like Drake. I'm sorry to tell you that. Sorry to tell you. I had to be the one to tell you this because other people in your hood, your community, where we from, are not going to tell you the truth. 99.9% chance. Now, if you still want to take that chance and say, Don, I got the grit and I have the grind and I have the talents and the skills to become that 0.01% that's going to make it, yo, all respect to you. Because guess what? If you feel like you can do it and you feel like you have the skills, the tenacity and all that, yo, go through all the way. I respect it. I support it. And if my little brother were to say that too, I'd be like, hey, I respect and support you and I want you to do your thing, right? But we'll talk about it a little deeper in a second as to why that would be important for him and maybe not for somebody watching this. But for the 99.9% of people who are not going to make it to the highest level like I was speaking of, you have great odds somewhere else. And you know where your odds are great at somewhere else? Your odds are great with actually having a skill that provides value to the 0.01% of people. Your odds are to create a skill that provides value to the 99.9% of people who are everyday consumers. So if we were to think about this for a second, let me just take myself for an example. I may not have been good enough to get to the NFL and become the 0.01%, but guess what? Now that I have a skill in taxes, now that I have a skill in understanding tax law and tax preparation, and I also have a skill in life insurance, I now have the ability to service the 99.9% of the United States of America. So it flipped actually. Me can service 99.9% of consumers. You're watching this video right now, you can learn a skill. Maybe you can become a plumber. Maybe you can become an electrician. You can become a plumber in your community. You can become an electrician in your community. Let's take it a little deeper. Instead of you being a rapper or the singer, you can become the sound engineer that helps the rappers and the singers. You can become that back-end producer that understands how to master the soundtrack. Right? You could become the videographer and become the media person because media is so valuably important in 2021 and beyond. Instead of you being the social media influencer or the celebrity, you can be the social media manager that manages those pages and gives the strategy around how to do this on social media. You have higher odds doing those back-end things than becoming the actual celebrity that was sold to you. You have better odds. Now, would it create an extravagant lifestyle for you? Well, probably not. Probably not. But guess what? Your odds were never going to get to that level anyway. So with the 99% chance of you being able to start this need, learn a skill, you're still going to be better off for you and your family. And that is the entire point and purpose of this video, is that I need you if you're watching this to shift your focus. Shift your game plan for what was sold to you and learn a skill that's going to be of value to your community. Learn a skill that's going to be of value to 99%. Learn a skill that is literally unemployable. What do I mean by that? How many social media influencers have we seen get canceled on the internet? But guess what? Can you cancel a social media content manager who is managing the social media influencers page who got canceled? No, because guess what the content manager can do? Well, if that influencer got canceled, I can take my services where? To another social media influencer who needs my help. You can't get canceled because you have the skill. It's unemployable. The videographer, the media director can't get canceled, right? He's the one behind the scenes creating and chopping the videos. If somebody else needs his services because I'm no longer cool anymore, guess what they can do? They can move. Sound engineers can always move, right? Guess how many rappers failed? Think about this for a second. You want to be a rapper. How many rappers actually failed? How many rappers created this one hit wonder and then you never heard of them again? No. How many? Majority of them. They don't even exist. It's like maybe 10 rappers that still exist over this past decade that we've heard from 10 years ago. Maybe 10. It could be less. But the sound engineers that we don't even know, they're the ones that are on the credits. They're the ones that are behind the scenes that are producing these sounds, and they still got 10, 20, 30 more years to go while the rapper's career is over and now all their money is depleted. Do you really want to live a life like that? So my point is this. I'm not telling you to summarize this all up. I'm not telling you to not chase your passion. That's not what I'm telling you to do. My passion is to start restaurants. I'm like a restaurant connoisseur. Like one day in the future, maybe when I'm like 40, 50 years old, I don't know. Could be when I'm 50, I might decide to start a restaurant. You know, it could be like a small one, it could be a bigger one, who knows? But I know as of today, that's not smart to do because that's a passion of mine. It's not a smart thing to do. So instead I said, let me go ahead and start the skill and allow this skill to catapult me into actually starting that passion one day in the future. And that's what I want for you. What I want for you is to find a skill, use this skill, get great at that skill, become of value to your community. You could end up becoming of value across the country. And from that point on, it could catapult you into opportunities that you never even thought existed. It'll connect you with individuals that you didn't even know existed. It'll get you in rooms that you didn't even know you were going to be in. And you have much higher odds to have a longer career than a celebrity or NFL or NBA player or anything. And I just showed you the statistics that you have a 99.9% chance of failure when becoming a celebrity or NFL or NBA. So I want you to do the smart thing. Do the smart thing and create a game plan for yourself that has longevity. That is the goal that I want for you, and that is the purpose of this entire video. And if you're somebody that's on this line, if you're watching this and you're a parent right now, I really need you to have your teenage child, son, daughter, whomever, to please watch this, please. And I'm not giving y'all, again, I'm not speaking my opinion. These are things that I've done from life insurance and taxes and facts that I brought forward. Please show this to them so that they can get the real life, honest answer of how life actually works and not going in naive. And then we still end up living in the hood because of the fact that we thought we were chasing this pipe dream that did not exist because it was sold to us. It's a vicious cycle, right? And the last thing to end this off, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go this long, but really think about it. I want y'all to also look at a culture. I'm really inspired by Jewish culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at them. They all have skills, right? And these are not by accident. This was purposely done. They all have skills. Sorry, guys, that is not COVID. They all have skills, right? They all have skills that they bring forth into the world. You know how many Jewish law firms that I walk by on a daily basis? Like literally as I'm walking home, Every other block is a Jewish law firm. I'm like, damn, I'm inspired by this. These dudes really like, I don't know what happened, but like they all became lawyers. Then they all became doctors. They all like, yo, cause it's more to it than just those 3 careers that we're all fighting for as a community. Is more to it. Look at that. Look at the Jewish culture. I'm inspired by, like, yo, they put a plan together and said we all need to go into these particular skills because this is what the people need. This is what the community, this is what people need. And now they have those law firms for 40, 50, 60 years. Like, that's what I want for you. That's what I want for all of us, right? To get great at our skills. And it takes time. It takes patience. It takes 10 years. It takes 15 years. It takes 20 years to do. But if you do, you're going to be better off. Your family's going to be better off. And you'll be a great example for people to follow. That's what I got for you today. Use your skill to catapult you over into your passion. Don't be sold on those 3 passions that were given to us as a community. You have more inside of you.